Hi, I'm Sam Smeltzer. I'm the founder and CEO of the Heart Center, and there are a lot of really awesome things happening as I'm getting settled into the new space and our new facility. And there's just been so many ideas. And so I thought it was easier to give the update by video, even though there's recaps of all of this down below in this newsletter. But I wanted to share my excitement with you via video. The first thing I just want to say is this email is coming out right after the Holistic Expo, so the New Visions Holistic Expo, which we've been at a couple of years. And this year was pretty epic. It was amazing. The connections that we made, the people that we saw, the healing work that we got to do, and getting to share the movement and medical Qigong with all of you. I showed up ready to serve just like the rest of the team, and it was amazing. It exceeded every one of my expectations, and I'll just be honest, on Saturday, an hour into the opening, I had an experience reconnecting with somebody that I had not seen in over a year that was totally worth just going to the expo for that amazing and magical moment. So the fact that it got even better as the days went on was just phenomenal. And I know some of you are seeing this newsletter for the very first time because you saw us at the expo, and I'm so grateful for you. So I have basically two really big announcements that I want to really talk about, because it's easier to talk about than just reading them, because I don't think it's going to do it justice when you just read what's down below, but it will make sense as a recap when you go check it out. So I hope that you'll hang in with me just a little bit longer as I share this. The first is regarding medical Qigong training. So this was a question that came up a lot at the expo, asking if we train medical Qigong practitioners, which we do. The first class or first level is what we call the Medical Qigong Movement Facilitator. And this is a certification that is only offered here at the Heart Center. And it's meant to cover that initial baseline theory for your own personal health. So learning and understanding when you're doing Qigong movements, even different forms, how you can turn that into really customized, what we call prescription workouts for yourself. But it's also going to teach you how to lead classes if you're interested in sharing Qigong from a medical perspective with the world. So those of you that are even already certified Qigong teachers that teach movement classes, this medical theory, the Chinese medicine theory that's offered in this first level, I think would be really interesting to all of you. Also, any of you that are interested in our workplace energy healing work, so who asks like how I do what I do, this class is the start of that. These are the starting theories that build on top of that. So much so that the team members that are doing that work here at the Heart Center, they go through this curriculum, not because they necessarily are going to do medical Qigong table sessions, but to understand the theory and start to understand how energy works so that we can play with it in all these different aspects of our life. So we do this training program, and I'm going to be offering it for the last time with me teaching it live, like in real time. And we're going to offer it hybrid. So that means you can attend virtually or you can attend in person. So I'm going to open up the center because I promised that. And we're going to do it over a 2-month process. And you can even pick and choose. You can come certain weeks and not come the other weeks. And it's basically going to break up to almost every other week, starting the second weekend in October. And it's going to be a 2-hour chunk on a Friday afternoon, and then a 3-hour chunk on the Saturday morning. So hopefully you can venture in on a Friday, spend the night, get some rest, and then come in for a morning and then still have the rest of your weekend. I've really worked very hard to create this curriculum that gives you this information in a way that you can digest it and can be really nourishing and restorative for you, because this entire experience, it was so healing for me when I went through it. It's really like a retreat, and this first aspect's all about healing yourself so that you're ready to heal others. Completing this class that's coming up in October will open you up to then continue on to get your medical Qigong practitioner level. And when you complete that certification, which will be after an additional 4 more classes, that's when you'll be certified to do table sessions. And then you can move on to medical Qigong therapist, masters of medical Qigong, and our doctorate program, which is coming in 2025. So stay tuned to all of that. What you're going to see down below is if you're interested in learning medical Qigong and becoming a movement facilitator or figuring out if this class is for you, I'm going to be opening up my calendar to do one-on-one conversations via Zoom. So they'll be virtual, but you can sign up to have like a 15-minute conversation so that I can answer any questions that you may have about October. We're going to have limited space in person. So if you're interested in doing more in person, then you'll want to register early. We'll have a little bit more space online, but we like to keep the class size pretty small and intimate. So if you're thinking about it, make sure that you start talking to me now, because we already have quite a few people signed up for it. So that's number one that you'll see down below. Number 2 is we've changed a little bit about our community cultivation classes, and there's other things that are in the works that I want to share with you that hopefully I'll be able to next month when we hit September, which is right around the corner. But what we launched and have been piloting this month and really resonated with a lot of people at the expo, because I talked about this and I've been talking about this a lot, is these earth element months, which would be August, November, February, and May. These months are meant for your own personal care to make the most of the seasonal transitions. And I wanted to really capitalize on those months, because when we're doing work on ourselves, I find that short bursts of commitment are even better. And then we get time to really instill new habits and then come back together and have a sense of community. So what we've created is something called the Yellow Court Wellness Circle. And that's very intentional, and you can see down below what the Yellow Court is and why I call it that. But it's tied to this earth element. It's tied to all of these wonderful things. But for those months, we're going to have this concentrated effort on you taking care of yourself. That's when we're going to open up the center for in-person classes. That's when I'm going to pour into doing weekly classes, and they will be hybrid. So the beauty about that circle is if you join, you can come to the center in person. We kind of save those spots, and then we open up to the public any spots that are not sold. So even this month, when you've been seeing that if you go on our website, you can register for an in-person class. Those in-person classes are basically the spots that didn't sell for the pilot that we're running right now for Yellow Court Wellness Circle. It includes things like nap rituals, so rest and restores. We're going to be doing these more healing sounds, which are more like these little mini healing sessions. We're going to do movement classes, all of these things that are there. So you can learn more about that down below and start to prepare and save the date and think about November as, you know, a time that you can really focus on this. And if you're thinking about doing the training program, like, it's all going to blend together, and you're going to have a really beautiful restorative October, November, and then be ready for the holidays, which we'll talk more about that in February for Yellow Court Wellness Circle. But Yellow Court Wellness Circle in February is going to be basically recovery from coming out of winter, which has its stuff. We'll leave it there, okay? So 2 really exciting things: the Medical Qigong Movement Facilitator Program coming up this fall. Registration details down below. In addition, brand new program called the Yellow Court Wellness Circle. We're talking about it now. You're going to be signing up for November. Lots of other cool things that are in the works. So I think I'm going to be doing these announcement videos on our newsletter for a little bit, just to make sure that I can communicate and make sure you hear all the goodness. If you have any questions at all, feel free to hit respond on this email. They come right to me. I read them all. I will answer you. Sometimes it takes me a little bit of time, so give me a couple of days, but I will get back to you. And as always, if you ever need anything, you can always call the center here. Thank you for being here with me, listening to me. I know it's a little bit of a longer video. I'm grateful for each one of you. I'm grateful for the time now and the momentum and the energy. And I look forward to talking to you all soon.